Hey guys, so I just have a minute really fast. Ty is with Tim. Thankfully, if you follow us on Facebook, you already know this. He pulled out of his seizure episodes that he was doing using his emergency medications that we have. That's why we have them, so that we can keep his seizures intact. Tim's walking up to the car. So, to keep his seizures intact and, you know, to keep him out of the hospital. That's the whole point of having rescue medication, is so that we don't have to run to the hospital every time seizures get started. So we did the clonazepam, which is his, like, the first medication that we try when he starts having a lot of seizures. It's just a little tiny pill. If it's not safe to put a pill in his mouth, then we do, what's it called? The Diastat, which is a rectal medication, and that is a lot harder on us and him and everyone. Anyway, so we did the clonazepam, and after, it was probably about 2 hours or an hour and a half, something like that. I don't even know, because my hours kind of went crazy when all the seizures started. But as soon as, like, hour and a half or 2 hours after we gave him that medication, he started being more like himself and kind of pulling out of the seizures. And he was really tired still, but you could tell, like, he wasn't going to keep having them, and it wasn't this, like, horrible thing where, you know, we weren't going to be able to keep him under control, which I'm extremely thankful for, especially given the circumstances right now. So where we live, there is a forest fire, and if you've been following us, you know this. There's a forest fire. And the forest fire has kind of put the community and the hospitals and, like, all of our main resources, all the nurses and the firefighters and everyone, the emergency responders, in a tight position. So they've called in way more people, different communities, different locations to help with it, and having to go in and use some of those resources had Ty needed to go to the hospital. Of course we would have, but I'm just grateful we didn't have to, because it's so crazy down in town already with all of the forest fire stuff that's going on. So a little bit of good forest fire news, though, is that we just got word that it's 15% contained, and this is day 5, I think, of forest fire. So 15% is like halla freaking luya. Like, that's really good news. And a lot of the stage 2 evacuations, which means they're completely out of their home, are now moved to stage 1, which just means be prepared to leave, so they can go back to their houses. So that's really great too. We did lose 14 homes in this fire, completely burned to the ground, 50 other structures, which is a lot. That's a lot to lose in a fire. So we're really grateful that it's starting to get under control, and the fire teams have been working their tail ends off to get this fire, you know, to where it needs to be. A lot of our family members are up there fighting this fire. Tons of Tim's family is fire related in some way, firefighters or volunteer firefighters or whatever, and they have been up there working so hard, along with over, I think, 500 or more other firefighters as well. And so we're just really thankful for all of them. And this week has been an emotional one. And then for my kid to get sick, Ty, every time he gets sick, gets seizures. He got a cold, and the last cold he got put him in the hospital for 4 days. So I'm relieved that we can keep him home for now. Obviously, it's still up in the air whether or not he'll need to go to the hospital, because he's stable right now. But colds last for, like, you know, 2 to 4 or 5 days, just depending on how bad it is. And so at any point he could go back into seizures. So right now we're just on a high alert to watch him. He is asleep right now in the house, and Tim is just going to watch him for a minute. I just need to take a breather. It's been a rough day, just with, you know, all the stuff we're working on in the house. We've been finishing up Avia's room, and then Ty having seizures, and I just need a little bit of a breather for a minute. And since he's stable and everything's under control, I'm going to take a few minutes to myself. But I just wanted to update you guys so you weren't worried about him. He is doing really good now. He had those seizures, and then after the clonazepam, he had a couple of more little tiny seizure episodes and then bounced back. So I am so thankful for all the love and prayers and comments and messages and stuff that we've got about him. He is doing really good. So, of course, we will keep you updated on the Ty situation and the fire situation and, you know, all the crazy life situations. And the pregnancy stuff, I will do a pregnancy update. I promise. I'm 25 weeks and some odd days. I can't even remember. But I have a doctor's appointment soon, and so I'm going to do it after the doctor's appointment so I can kind of give you like a full update. So yeah, that's all for now, and I'm going to finish talking to you guys so I can go have a little mommy time. We'll see you later, guys. Bye.